take a look at this to-do list. Maybe you don't want to do. Then just click this keyboard shortcut and boom, one agent shows up to do it. What about this next one? And this next task and the next and the next and the next. Look, now they're all doing work for me, but you haven't seen anything yet. In a minute, I'll show you how I can work with 20 plus agents at once, how I speak to it completely free, and how it speaks back.
Hey, this is how I sound like. Do you want me to do your work?
And a lot more. This is AgentFlow, an app that I accidentally built because Claude Code needed these upgrades. So I could stay in flow state for hours, making my work more fun and time just flying by. Just imagine you wake up, fire off your agents, and your to-do list is done. Let me show you how you can use it today and how to download it completely for free. But before that, let me show you what's the actual problem with Claude Code. All right, so there are 3 problems that hit me when I was running Claude Code in VS Code and when I was running Claude Desktop. And you may already have felt this. If you send one agent, one task, like any content ideas in the last 24 hours, you fire that off and it goes out there. And it may actually use anywhere from 5 seconds all the way up to 3 minutes, depending on what task and what skill that is being activated. So the natural thing is just to make a new thread. And with this one, I have a meeting coming up. So let's prep for today's 2 p.m. meeting. And that's going to use the skill of gathering all the data for the meetings and the last meeting and what we should do today for the goals and pulling in all our team and stuff. So that takes quite a while to actually complete. So the natural thing is, while these 2 agents are running right now, let's make another agent. And with this one, check our email if there is anything urgent. But now after 3 agents are being sent, you can see that we now get the problem of naming. Of course, 3 is manageable, but when you get 4, 5, 6, what ended up happening to me when I was running it inside of Visual Studio Code is that I was naming it things like morning, film, school, NAS, AS for subtitle files, website, journal, voice, and things like this. And that was the best naming system that I could come up with for working with more than 5 plus agents. And I actually liked working with Claude Code inside of Visual Studio Code, but the only thing that I wanted was a to-do. Because it's fine with all these agents and stuff, they're doing good work, but sometimes things come up and I need to write it down. So to-do list is like a core essential productivity tool for me. And so I ended up making a to-do.md. And the main thing was that I could easily make a to-do list item and I could easily tick it off just like this to, get some progress and stuff. Having this open as a to-do.md in the right side of my VS Code was actually kind of nice, but I just wanted a sound effect when I ticked it off. I don't know if it's just me, but that physical kind of sound effect just spikes my dopamine and makes me want to keep doing more to-do items. But the final problem was what pulled me over the edge, creating AgentFlow that it is today. And that is, yes, we got a to-do list right now. However, I still had to copy and paste a lot. I have to go in here, I had to copy it, and then I had to go into the guy that was working on voice, for example, and paste that into him. And then, edit a video. I would go back to my content guy, like the film guy, and I would copy and paste that into him. And I would keep copy and pasting just from this right side to this left side and this right side to this left side. And I was like, why am I copy and pasting? There should be like a button to send this idea directly into the chat. And if I want to send this one to this agent and this one to this agent, That should be super simple. I don't want to spend my days just copy and pasting. So these were the three problems, and the first thing that I built was so bad it's almost embarrassing. The first version of AgentFlow looked exactly like this. All I wanted was to click on backtick and space, and it made a to-do item for me. Then I could write a task and I could just hit a hotkey and an amazing sound would pop up. Writing this should be easy, and ticking it off should be super easy as well and satisfying. But then I added the feature that would kill copy and paste forever. Just like before, I would write get content idea, but instead of copy and pasting, I would click on Command D and it immediately sent it directly to Agent 1. That way he could just start on the to-do task and I could just think more about what I wanted to do and which agents I wanted to spawn. I would write a new to-do item like prep for meeting, and I would Command D, click on space, and send it to a new agent that would immediately just start working on it for me. But as I crept up to 3 and more agents, naming started to be the #1 issue. So I wanted to make it as simple as possible to name your agents. And to do that, I had to create the Agent tab. So as you can see, the horizontal bar going across the top of the to-do is the agent list. And this is the way that we keep our agents organized. To rename, just double click. And what I like to do is to just write a dash. And then after checking emails, maybe it's also reply to Slack. And if I just click on enter, you can see that we also get this update on the bottom of the terminal pane as well, meaning that we always know who is doing what. And if we click on the terminal and we click on option R, we can also rename in the bottom here as well. Just renaming them is actually one of the highest leverage tasks because for me, sometimes I don't know who is doing what. So to solve that, I needed 3 things. #1, a ping when a agent is responding. #2, a glowing orb when it responds, because a ping is enough, but if I have 6 going on, I want to see a glowing orb saying, hey, look at me, I need your attention. And the third thing I needed from the agent tab was when it's working. Let me show you right now. If I just run test on all of them, as you can see, if they are working, they're orange. When they're finished, they're green. And once they're finished glowing for about 5 seconds, they turn into yellow, which means, hey, there's a new message waiting for you. So if you click on it, it disappears because that means that you read it. So you always know what is going on with your agents. So that was the whole MVP. Frictionless to-dos with sound effect, 1 keystroke to dispatch, never copy and paste, and an agent tab with all the features that I just talked to you about. Already so much easier to work with, but there was one more problem that I hadn't solved yet. #3, terrible window management. So once you got maybe 5 agents, window management starts becoming its own problem. Where do you put them? Do you stretch them out? How do you switch between them without using your mouse? Mac's built-in tools definitely don't cut it. So I built 2 things into AgentFlow. The first thing is if I click on Shift Command W, boom, this thing pops up. And as you can see, it's like cutting your screen into 8 equal windows. So now if I click on it and Q, it goes top left, W, E, A, S, D. As you can see, you can move it anywhere. And if you hold shift, it goes through the entire line. If you want it just on the left side, just on the right side, or if you want it down and up as well, that's fine. Put it right here or put it right here. You know, this actually allows you to move your windows anywhere you want. And that kind of solved all the agents being in wrong window size and the wrong place. And I ended up creating a sort windows tab that just kind of puts them all correctly placed right here. And it was great. But if you start working with more than 8 agents, it starts becoming a question of where is the window? Like literally can't find my agent. And therefore I created something new, which is if you click on it, like agent 1, it lights up. Agent 2, it lights up. 3, boom, 4, 5, 6, as you can see, and it selects it so you can write directly in the prompt. But even better, if I click option 1, option 2, option 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as you can see, it lights up and it selects it. So option 1, I can write in this one. Option 2, I can write in this one. Option 3, I write in this one. And of course, option backtick takes you back into the editor so you can basically never use the mouse. You can just use keyboard shortcuts. And you never have to worry about where is my agent. Many times I work 6 at a time, but many times I just Shift Q, Shift W, Shift E, and we got 3 agents working all at the same time with AgentFlow open on the right side. So the game becomes, can you keep all the 3 agents working? Like juggling balls in the air? It becomes quite addicting, but there was one feature that I was just desperately needing, and that was voice. So I was watching this one video that was called I'm in love with my AI boyfriend. And this girl literally built an AI boyfriend with her own custom software. And she's actually in love. But by watching it, I saw one thing that she used a lot. And that was essentially voice. She would never basically read. She would only talk to him and he would talk back. And I was like, damn, I need to be able to talk to him and it can talk back. Basically voice out and voice in. And I wanted it all to be like free and also good quality. And you'll be surprised with what I found. The first half of voice out, what you can see is every message I send, like test to this one, I get this play button in the left. And she sounds like this.
Still here, what do you need?
Pretty realistic robot voice, right? Let's try a little bit of a longer output, as you can hear.
The cat knocked the vase off the shelf and froze. Paw still extended, as if hoping I hadn't noticed. I had.
When I got this to work, I got so excited. What this is built on is something called Kokoro. It runs fully locally on my Mac. It's completely free with no API, and it's also so quick and it sounds realistic. I tried many different configurations, like one of them had like a timeline in the bottom with a player. I also tried one that popped up the entire text in a new notification window. I was able to add every single voice from Bella, Nicole, Sarah, all of them, so you can pick the one that is your favorite. I usually run it at 1.5, which makes it quite fast, but I can still understand pretty much everything that is going on. Also, I did have a toggle that it would auto reply, so you'd never have to click the play button, but there was a bit of an issue when you had 3 agents working together and they're all talking on top of each other. By just adding this, it allowed me to just play and close my eyes. I didn't have to read the entire thing or many times skim through the entire thing. I just literally play the output, then my brain understands it, and then we step into the next half, which is voice in. You're probably familiar with AI voice tools right now. They have a bunch of them and they actually become paid once you hit a certain tier. And so this one is at the same quality, but it's completely free. Runs locally. And if I just click on FN, you can see that we get this listening in the bottom. If I click it, you can see that we get this listening in the bottom text popping up. The same exact thing happens if you click on this icon right here it will pop up and you can see that there is a live red glow around the icon in the bottom. And one of the coolest things is that once you have this installed, you can just click on right click and that sends the entire message. You literally don't even need your keyboard anymore. You can just literally click with your mouse, send it with your mouse, and now you can choose. Do you want to just use your keyboard or just your mouse? Either way, this is the craziest one. It's so good. Of course, this works anywhere. If I want to say something right here, I just did it right there, right? So if you're in Chrome or Messenger or WhatsApp, you can just use it there as well. But the real change is when you're working with agents, if you're going from typing on your keyboard to using your voice, the output that you get is ridiculously different. Like when I use AgentFlow, I literally say, hey, I see that you're trying to do the Windows management thing, but I see that the neon box is not glowing correctly on option 1, 2, 3. And if I were to type that out with my fingers, it's just a waste of time, a waste of effort, because you should just see something and then you just speak it. Like if an email isn't written correctly, you just stop typing prompts, start talking. But now that I started really liking it, enjoying it, using it every single day to build, I just had to add some productivity tabs. So you already seen to do. It basically is the easiest and fastest way to just make a to-do item and tick it off. The agent tab actually ended up being my to-do list after a while. So I would basically just, instead of writing a to-do, I would just make a new agent that was that task. And then once it finished, I just right click and then save and kill, which kind of saves it and then kills it, right? But the thing that you haven't seen is all these other ones like Dailies, Journal, Goal, KPI, Health, Docs. And there's even a plus icon in the end here. And the reason it came about is because I wanted to do the things that I did normally just with AgentFlow. So dailies, for example, like a habit stack. I'm a big fan of habit stacking and checking off my habits every single day. Here I can hold option and click up, left, 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 right, right, right. And I can easily just tick off. But then I needed a spot to write down my thoughts. And that's when the journal tab just spawned out of nowhere. I needed to make it easy to write /today to figure out which day it was. And I really like in my journal to say exactly which time it is. And as you can see, this makes it super easy. And I'm filming right now. And again, if I just do /now, I can easily write down new thoughts, new ideas. And as you can see, this is where I get YouTube ideas. Just really quickly write down my thoughts. There's not that much right here because I don't want to show you all my dark thoughts. But then the most important one that actually was there since the beginning was goals. This is just something that you chat with Claude Code and you get your goals. If you don't have goals or your agents don't have goals, of course, you're not going to get anywhere. And therefore, just chat one session with Claude Code and you're going to be able to have a lot of nice goals that make you motivated, that keep you accountable and align all your agent towards the goals. But then I crossed over the month and I had to do my KPIs. So I kind of just put them into like a tiny JSON file and just put a bunch of my data in here for my AI to see so it can get smarter and we can track this over time. The same goes with health. The number one thing I'm tracking is my sleep. And this one, the watch died half through the night, but I'm getting really good sleep this period right now. Of course, health is wealth. So I needed to have that in here as well. But then we reached the docs. And the main issue here being that I don't like Max Finder. I wish I had a place that I can open MD files and they actually look good. So here, for example, in my content docs, and I'm doing this video right now, the AgentFlow introduction, you can see that we have this beautifully laid out, even with the thumbnail mockup that I have already. all the bullet points and everything that I've done in the content doc creation process. But even more than that, I have a teleprompter mode. So if I want to put this on my Elgato prompter, clicking these buttons in the top makes it super easy to make it small or big, make it wide or narrow, so I can easily know what's going on if I put this on my prompter, or even if I put it on my second screen that I have it on right now. It allows me to view it in a way that is just completely undistracting. And this was one of the first features I needed in the doc. But of course, I took it quite a lot further by being able to open all the images that I was generating for this document and clicking on it and going right. Yep, I've been going deep. Even if I have links in the documents, I can click on links here and open every single link in a new tab in Google Chrome, making the process of content creation even easier for me. But the last productivity feature is that I also allow everything to be a plus new tab. So you can open any of your files in a new tab, like the introducing AgentFlow, right? But you can right click and open in a new window. This allows you to use the window manager the exact same way. So if you, for example, want to open your dailies in a new window and put it to the right, you want to open journal, put that in a new window, then open your goals for your second screen or something. You can put that here as well. Maybe your agent list, you can put that on the bottom left corner here. And as you can see, AgentFlow starts expanding, becoming part of your whole screen. And of course, let's pop out agent number 1, put him down here. And let's pop out agent number 2 as well, put him in the bottom right. Well, usually I actually have AgentFlow always kind of top right. This is my favorite configuration. But as you can see, you're in full control of everything that happens. And the coolest part is, since this is open source, and it was all made with Claude Code, if there's anything that you don't like, you can just ask Claude Code to change it. I already have tons of ideas of what I want to do with new tabs. I already made a Galaxy type tab, and the new content tab that I'm adding soon is going to just blow every single thing that you have already out of the water. But I wanted to release this as version number 1 because I want to open source this. I want us to work on this together and see what type of ideas you have on improving it, what new tabs you want to create, so we can make this software the best one for flowing with agents and reaching your goals in weeks instead of months. But now you might be wondering how to install. Just go to school.com/AImate. The link is in the description where you can get access to this for free. Next, just click on this classroom in the top and click on the AgentFlow Early Access Classroom. From here, you will see AgentFlow V1. And by the way, super early access, this is beta. And all you gotta do is this. Click on the bottom here and download the AgentFlow V1 zip. Now, once it's installed, just triple click on this, click on copy, and in your Mac, I'm going to load up a fresh new computer right here. Just remember to have the AgentFlow_V1.zip in your downloads folder, named exactly that. Then open terminal and paste it directly in here. Click on enter and it should start installing. There are 5 different things that we're going to install. So depending on your internet, it's going to take a little bit of time. As you can see, we start with Claude Code. If you don't have that installed, we will install it. Download Python. As you can see, we will start installing the AgentFlow app. We will start setting up the voice Kokoro plus the Parakeet STT. The megabytes on this one is a little bit higher. So again, your download speed here may vary. As you can see, 325 megabytes. And I think the whole thing after it's downloaded is around 800 megabyte. And step number 3, it's very important that you allow 3 times. So here, 1, allow, and then click on this accessibility setting, and then make sure you toggle accessibility AgentFlow on. Put your password in, modify settings, and this allows you to use the keyboard shortcuts that we've been talking about in this video. And it should be open on your side just like this. And the onboarding that I've created for this is all you gotta do is ask Agent 1 to teach me AgentFlow, and it's going to run through every single keyboard shortcut with you, everything you need to get going, the first steps. It's even going to explain some of the global hotkeys that I haven't explained, but that you can find in the settings in the top. There's a lot of efficiency upgrades here. And then all you gotta do is name your first agent, new agent, click on allow again and again. Now you'll likely end up inside of a Claude terminal. And if you'd never set up Claude inside of a terminal, it's super easy. Just select dark mode, then select Claude account with subscription, or of course API, whatever you want. I use the number 1 on the max plan. It's going to take you to Claude.ai, where you just log in with your Google or email, copy the verification code, pop it in, then make sure to just authorize, and you're all set. You can close this window, and as you can see, login successful, click on enter. But I have a massive disclaimer. Number 1, make sure you click on enter here to continue, and then click yes, I trust this folder. But the number 1 thing here is that you're going to be running Claude Code in bypass permissions mode. There is some risk of bypass permissions, so I'm not liable if you just delete every single thing on your computer, okay? Please know how to use Claude Code, but in all fairness, you should be fine. Just something to be aware of. This is, quote unquote dangerous, but it's the only way that we're gonna run it. Click on yes, accept. And now you're in. You can just say hello. Just make sure that you are running this currently through the /AgentFlow inside of documents. So you may have to change in the top here in the settings, the file path that you actually want this to run through. But there you go. Now the first step is to just Command D on this first one and send to Agent 1. And just like that, you can now start opening more agents. And especially, there is one last thing that I haven't talked about at the end of the onboarding sequence that allows you to control all of them at once with just one agent. There's a swarm skill, there's a summon skill. I just can't wait for you to test it out. This is the first time that I've ever released a software. I'm scared and excited all at once. I'm sure I'm gonna get some feedback from you, maybe some feature requests that you need in order to use it. And if you have that, just drop it in the community. Let's work together on this. But more importantly, hopefully this allows you to flow with your agents better, actually do your to-do list faster. It's so crazy to think that just 30 days ago, this software didn't exist. But I kept prompting Claude Code again and again, and now it exists. And that goes to show that we're now in an era where we can build anything. That feeling just inspires me to just go out and build more. So there's basically 5 more softwares that I'm gonna drop, but let's wait with just this one for a minute. And if you want to build it right now, try building it with AgentFlow. Just go in the description and download it, test it out, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.